or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Go, go. Go, 20! Sunday.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Lead 5-3. Lead 5-3.
On first down, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
It's 74.
Now Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 37 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. To throw is Ryan. The connection made. It's Graham. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Tuesday.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A third down gain of 19. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
20.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. Jones has it. And they They got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 13 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Falcons nothing.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
51, go! 6-6, pull it up.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan. This complete to Jones. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
59, ready.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Ryan to throw. Complete to Jones. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. After the interception, here's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
We got this. Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
Ready,
and
58, like 25. Here we go. 5, 25 today.
Ryan. Caught by Jones. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Look, 120. Let's go. Great. You drop 4.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Howard again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Now, rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare. But in this case, he'll definitely take them.
The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. It's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, he completes it to Jones. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 55 yards. On 1st down. It's Freeman. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
20. Check.
Now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 33 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
There we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT. Right?
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Vic Beasley getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. 79 yards. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. From the gun on third down, Ryan.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Ryan and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's back to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch quick. Quick on Travis. Hey, gun.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready, we're ready. 525. Number 53, line 53. Here we go, here we go. Kill, 51, jump. Kill, turn up. Hey, check. Check. 53. X3, 218, chopper. I got it. Deuce. Go.
Now Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Done. 280. Watch the run. We're 5-7. We're shift. Straight 15. Bravo. Done.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alan Bailey in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Eagles.
Go. 280. Let's 5-7. Kill.
Back to throw. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Eagles 30, Falcons 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Man, I got you. Chase, face. Face out. 53 for Mike.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, look at this play call. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you to make a play. Move the chains, tell them.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruined they.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, back. 15 on it. 15 on it. Here we go. D, all day. Defense, all day. All day.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Switch.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. They will find Davis. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give to Peterson running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Check 53.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down.
Mike.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
A first down throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold flushed out right. And now he's going to use, the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Ready? Here we go.
Darnold on 3rd down. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A first carry now for Thompson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Peterson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Go set. 53. Mike. Set the tone, defense. Lady, defense, let's go. You go tight. You got tight.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, it's Darnold. And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Jets. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, check 24, watch 23. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Squeeze, double.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Check, 154, 154. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now it's Haskins, forced out to his left. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On first down, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike 53. Young lady. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them. Yeah,
they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 21-0. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a give, right side. It's Thompson. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And
He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Darnold from the gun. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Looking deep for Demarius. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. Here's Darnold. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
First down,
Watch QB
Washington.
jump. Watch QB jump.
Shift.
H3. 218. Cut.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 36.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, and the pressure gets to him again. Jonathan Bostic in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And the way this offense has moved. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Geis, they'll try to run it. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
We're following the made field goal for 3. Hopkins now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 75 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Again, it's Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to go down. He's backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback
down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 68 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Haskins will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack on 1st down, Darnold, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's entered. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And we'll see what he can do on the return.
We play to win. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Switch up, switch up.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
At their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it with Bell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 15-yard line. On 1st down, Bell. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and 9, Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got Burton here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot for Haskins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Wentz on the give to Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we gonna make the 48, right?
On first and 10, it's Sanders. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, Ingram. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Right back to Sanders on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
7-7, our score after one. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, Now facing third down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Eagles have recovered.
Now, let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage, but in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. This is Howard on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now third down and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And Jeffrey's got it.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 50 yards. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go. Mike, 53.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Pass from Jackson complete to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first, they go right back to Howard. Able to slither by. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Roberts. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, it's Sanders. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. He's going to let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 63 yards. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Nigel Bradham able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. To try again after the sack. Jackson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the milk.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jim, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Ingram again. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Malik Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got him. Watch the safety creek.
Again, it's Howard. Howard has the 1st down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 25 yards to the house as his guys have now moved out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. On the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 37 yards.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down, Ravens.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On first down, it's Ingram, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They go with Howard again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Great 15. Great 15.
Now Wentz. It got his man complete. He's at the 40, the 30, 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw is Wentz. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Eagles 40, Ravens 48.
And that will get out of bounds. So that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Past the 10.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
We got this.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Ready. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Pushing his way through. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 31 yards there and a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
But hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jeffrey Simmons. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, but that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting.
7-7, our score after one.
Score time, 7-7.
Go. Waiting. Come on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught by Aguilar. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120.
Mike, 54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Play action. Now Wentz.
Check it back.
Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. After the sack on first down, Wentz. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. 39 yards, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready? 44 to Mike. Blue down, blue down. 44 to Mike. 44.
On first down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Wentz in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but
now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. All day, dog. Go, go, go. Recon, 152 fighter. 47's the mic, boy.
Now Foles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Keep going right at him.
First down,
53,
Jacksonville.
Mike. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Easy, easy. 53 is the mark.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Yes. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right,
now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 27, Foles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This is caught by Jackson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Go. 180. Crunch time, defense.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Wide, get wide. Man, 5-7. Watch twist.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calais Campbell able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Foles. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Fournette on the counter. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Foles. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Lambo is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
13.
Now on 2nd and 16. Foles looking long for Westbrook. He's got a man. Complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Foles, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 23 yards for the touchdown. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Yannick Ngakoue giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's now 3rd down.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 43 yards. On play action, it's Wentz. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Check 24.
Let's go, great. Hayden full. Hey, high 7. 1.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Lee. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 2nd and 2, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell his mechanics.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz going to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
One. Hey, exit. Hey, sound one.
Back to throw. And incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. He's back to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 36 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Waiting.
Watch the slant.
Back to throw. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Go. Fluidi!
Watch, twitch.
On first down, Howard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hey,
pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On second down, it's Sanders, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Wentz to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And his kick is good. From 49 yards away, he nailed it. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.